very vocal. He was upset over the actions of Paul Heyman, costing him the Money in the Bank ladder match and a chance at the WWE Championship contract. Last week, Punk expected Brock Lesnar. He got Brock Lesnar. But what he didn't expect was this attack from behind by Paul Heyman. Just enough here to allow Brock Lesnar to prey on a vulnerable CM Punk with John just 24 hours prior had gone through that hellacious ladder match.
That hellacious ladder match that he almost won at Money in the Bank. Punk came out here a wounded warrior, but stepped up against the Beast.
Yeah, but CM Punk was not 100%, as we mentioned before. Brock Lesnar would take full advantage. First driving Punk spine first into the steel post. And then delivering an F5 to the table. An F5 that caused strained ligaments to CM Punk's knee and ankle and bruised ribs to the former WWE Champion. But Punk is back here tonight.
Let's go ahead and talk about what we just saw. Last week, I got my ass handed to me by Brock Lesnar. He grabbed me and he ragdolled me around ringside and he hit me with his best shot over and over and over and over until I was a broken heap laying right here ringside. And every time he would grab me, I felt his power. And I knew, obviously, I was dealing with a genetically gifted freak athlete. But no matter how far he threw me, no matter how hard he hit me, or how fast he snatched me up onto his shoulders, and how quick he F5'd me onto the announce table, I got up. And yeah, here we are exactly 1 week later, still 13 staples in my head. I got a severely messed up ankle. I got messed up ribs. My elbow's messed up. Hell, maybe I shouldn't even be here at all. I feel like I was in a car accident, but you know what? I'm still standing. And that's the thing about a Brock Lesnar beatdown, a Brock Lesnar ambush. He can beat me down, but he cannot keep me down. So let's talk about Brock Lesnar. You're talking about a guy who's an NCAA champion, a former WWE champion, and maybe most impressive of all, a former UFC heavyweight champion. You're talking about a guy in his last couple of fights broke the likes of Triple H, and in the past he's broken John Cena, he's broken The Undertaker. But over all the years, over all the fights, over all the matches, Brock Lesnar's biggest strength has never been how massive of an athlete he is. It's never been his speed. It's never been his power. It's not his technique. It's not his fighting skill. Brock Lesnar's biggest weapon has always and always will be about one thing. Fear. And I've seen it firsthand. I've seen some of the toughest men I've ever had the pleasure of sharing a locker room with get instilled their hearts and their minds with fear. So WWE.com, here's your headline. WWE Magazine, here's your cover story. I am not afraid of Brock Lesnar. I am not afraid of Paul Heyman's monster. And now let's talk about Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman had a decision to make. He just made the wrong one, and I personally am going to make sure that he lives to regret it every single day of his miserable life. because I'm relentless. I am not going to stop until Brock Lesnar lays in the same broken heap he left me in last week. I am not going to stop until Brock Lesnar disappears back into the hype from which he came from, because it doesn't matter what he thinks and it doesn't matter what Paul Heyman thinks. This is my ring. I own it. And I've proven it time and time again against any single superstar who has stepped foot in this ring and put me to the test. And I'm talking about the John Cenas. I'm talking about the Rocks. I'm talking about the Undertakers. And you damn sure betcha I would have proven it to Brock Lesnar last week until the man that I used to call my best friend stabbed me in the back for the second time. Paulie, listen up real good. I'm going to make you a promise, and this is a truth that I'm going to take to my grave. There will not be a third time. I will get my hands on you, and I will make you pay. And in the meantime, I'm not going to stand out here and pretend that Brock Lesnar isn't a big, mean, tough son of a bitch. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pretend that Brock Lesnar isn't the monster that everybody says he is. But I will tell you this, monsters were put on this earth for one reason, and they were put directly in my path for that reason, and that reason is to be slaughtered. If Brock Lesnar's the beast incarnate, then I will slay that beast, and here's what I want. I want him one-on-one. I want him here right now, but I know he's not here. So I'll take him, and I'll kick his ass at SummerSlam, because that's what I want. At SummerSlam, I want CM Punk against Brock Lesnar. I want the best versus the beast.
The best versus the beast. The best versus the beast. I don't really care for who gets top billing, but I like it. It's clever marketing. The best versus
Are you here right now, Paul? Or is that via satellite the truth? Because let me tell you something. If you're here, I'm going to walk back there and I'm going to find what little hole you're hiding in, and I'm going to grab you by the fat of your neck, and I'm going to drag you out here in front of the people of Austin, and I'm going to give you exactly what you deserve.
Is this what you're reduced to now? You're going to stand there in the middle of the ring and you're going to play hero to these, Brock, what do you call them? They're not people. They're not animals. They're Texans. And I mean, thank God that we live in the age of instant global communication so that Brock and I can deliver our message to you and the entire WWE universe and never once have to step foot in the state of Texas. But there you are, right there in front of all of your new worshipers, playing the hero. Well, Brock has a very interesting theory about heroes. Show me a hero, and I'll show you a coward that ran out of options, or a fool who is just too stupid to stay down. So what are you, punk? Are you a coward, or are you a fool?
I'll give that answer to you and your client at SummerSlam.
You know, how do I admit this to everybody? It bothers me. It really
You know what
bothers
bothers me is the fact that you're via satellite. Tell me where you are right now and I will drive. I'll fly. No, hell, I'll walk there and I'll kick your ass right now. Get the hell out of here with this via satellite garbage.
You know what really bothers me is the fact that to this day you don't realize that we were the reigning defending WWE champion for 434 consecutive days based on, admittedly, your talent, but on my strategy. And strategically speaking, my client is in the peak form as a fighter. He is in the best fighting shape of his entire life. But look at you. Look at you. You're not recovered yet. You're all beat up from the Money in the Bank ladder match, and more specifically, you're all beat up from the heinous beating you suffered last week at the hands of the Beast incarnate himself. So, if it's a fight that you want, CM Punk, your challenge for SummerSlam is accepted. But please stop calling this the best versus the Beast, because you know as well as I do, the best is the Beast. And he's my client, and he's my best friend in the world, Brock Lesnar.
Folks, you can hype it however you want. But the bottom line is this: it'll be one of the most anticipated matches in SummerSlam history. And for that man right there, CM Punk, it is as personal as it gets. You can't put any plainer than Punk did. He wants the Beast, and he's going to get it. Punk versus Lesnar at SummerSlam.